What's going on, guys? Faizan here to talk sports, and I want to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Denver Broncos and Tim Tebow, who led the Denver Broncos to a 29-23 overtime thrilling victory at Denver and defeated the Pittsburgh Steelers to put the Denver Broncos in the second round of the NFL playoffs. So I want to ask you, how in the world did the Pittsburgh Steelers allow Tim Tebow to throw for 10 for 21 for 316 yards, 2 TDs, 0 interceptions? Oh, by the way, he had 50 rushing yards and a rushing touchdown. Big Ben and the Steelers even had a chance to put the Denver Broncos away at the end of the game, but they just couldn't do it. Tim Tebow and the Broncos won the toss in overtime, and it's history from there. I just want to give a shout out to Demaryius Thomas, who had 4 wrecks for 204 yards, and he had the game-winning touchdown, obviously, but nobody gave him credit because it was Tebow time. And Tim Tebow, let me tell you, he just made one Skip Bayless very happy. But moving on, that brings me to my question: has Tim Tebow now done enough to start for the Denver Broncos next year? You know, I was contemplating this answer before the playoffs started because Tim Tebow was playing for his job when the game started, and when the game ended, Tim Tebow locked up the quarterback spot for next year because he led the team to a playoff win. A playoff win that not Matt Stafford, not Matt Ryan, none of these quarterbacks have. There are 24 other quarterbacks that are going to be watching Tim Tebow from home because they're not in the second round of the playoffs, and I believe he deserves the opportunity to start again next season for the Broncos, regardless of what happens in this next game against the Patriots in Foxborough. Moving on, Eli and the Giants took care of the Atlanta Falcons, the pathetic Atlanta Falcons, who put up two points in the playoff game, and they became the first team to score just 2 points in a playoff game, which was downright pathetic, a disgrace, and I'm glad the Giants won this one. Eli was spectacular as usual, 23 for 32, 277 yards, 3 TDs to 0 INT. The run game was pretty good too. Ahmad Bradshaw and Brandon Jacobs each had 14 carries each. Jacobs ran for 92 and Bradshaw ran for 68, and the big playmakers and the wideouts were Hakeem Nicks and Mario Manningham. Victor Cruz was covered most of the game because they paid attention to Victor Cruz. The Falcons, that was the one good thing they did, but they forgot that the Giants have Hakeem Nicks and Mario Manningham, who had a touchdown. But all that is in the past for the Falcons now because the Giants just punched their ticket to Green Bay and are going to take on Aaron Rodgers and company next week. So the simple question comes up: can the New York Football Giants upset the Green Bay Packers? Man, trust me, I really want to pick the Giants, but I cannot bet against Aaron Rodgers. The dude is a flat-out stud. I'm taking Green Bay in this one, but it will be close. The Giants are a scary team. They caught fire late, and they're rolling into Lambeau Field. And I believe Eli Manning is a top 5 quarterback. The run game is healthy once again. The wide receivers are scary. I mean, you have Cruz, Nicks, Manningham versus Jordy Nelson, Greg Jennings, Jermichael Finley, Donald Driver, James Jones, and etc. It's going to be a fun game. I'm taking the Packers, but it's going to be a close one.